Hello, this is Jim Duffy of Refining Fire Chiles, and welcome to our video series to give you more knowledge about different kinds of chilies called Peppers 101. So welcome to Peppers 101. As I've said in some videos, certain peppers we will not be able to do a video on the plant because they're in a remote location that's probably out of state, but still grown and isolated with nets like these here. And so since I don't grow every variety every year, maybe once every 2 years, 3 years, I might as well do a video of the peppers themselves and talk about them. So with that being said, we are doing this video series here on our YouTube channel, and we hope to have 120 videos up our first year, which is 2023, which is now. It is officially October 1st, 2023. And also, we want to mention to you that something we feel very strongly about, call it our public service announcement, is we want you to try to get your children out into the garden. Do your best to get them into the garden. Look, if you want a child to grow up to be creative, to be more responsible, to have more self-confidence, and to have more skills than just looking at a screen, get them into the garden. And you don't just have to grow chilies. Grow stuff that's easy, beans, peas, whatever. Buy some plants at the local nursery and plant them. But it'd be a great thing if you could grow some stuff from seed, like chili peppers, so they can see the miracle of a small seed turning into a plant. And then you go out with them regularly and they can help you water, help you feed, take care of the plant. Explain to them things like which are good bugs, which are bad bugs, how important the bees are. So many things you can teach them. And then let them participate in the harvest with you. Then take it a step further, and when you bring your vegetables and fruits into the house, let your children help you out in the kitchen. Let them participate in from the process of planting the seed to the harvest, to the preparing of the meal, to the cooking of the meal, and serving the meal. Serving is very important. So many people are self-serving. They expect everything to be done for them. But a human being becomes a better human being when they humble themselves and serve others and give to others and sacrifice for others. So there's a lot of lessons you can teach them from the garden to the kitchen into serving. And, you can ignore me. This is going to be in almost every video I do from now on. And it might annoy you that I'm doing it constantly, saying this constantly, but I think I'm making a good point here. So get your children into the garden and then take them into the kitchen as well. And if you're not really one of those people who knows a lot of recipes, go online. If there's something you'd like to eat at a restaurant or someplace, go online and look up the recipe. And people will show you step by step how to do the meal. And I have some cooking videos as well, which I'll be doing more in the future. So, there's no excuse. Take the time to spend time with your child doing something that's creative, constructive, and will build character. With that being said, let's look at this chili here. The chili we are looking at right now is called the hurt berry, because it will put a hurt on you. Why is it called the hurt berry? Well, because not all the chilies on the plant, but quite a few of them, I won't say it's a high percentage, I'll say it's a good percentage, will look like a berry, like that. There's another one. There's another one over here with a little point at the end. But not all will get like that. Some will get kind of like a scorpion look like that. Get a little hat on it, a bonnet look like that. Some might get a little smoother like that. I'm trying to show you the different variations. And here's some small undersized pods right here, which usually early in the season, your peppers are not going to be the ideal shape and size in the early of the season and at the end of the season when the weather starts getting colder. It's usually peak season, or mid-season as we call it, where you're going to really see what your peppers should look like, or the best they can look like. So the hurt berry is a cross from the United Kingdom. And I got my seeds from my friend Wes, in Texas, and he got his seeds directly from Graham Warburton, a great guy, good friend, great chili grower. Not just chilies, he grows all kinds of exotic plants and stuff. And Graham gave Wes permission to give me the seeds. Now, so what is the Hurtberry? Well, this is hard to do. It's a cross of crosses of crosses of crosses of crosses. The Moruga UV Red, which is a controversial cross, is part of its makeup. Allegedly. The reason I say allegedly is so many crosses were crossed together to come upon this cross that, you know what, we can't verify each and every person who was involved in it. We just can't. I wish we could. I wish we could give you documentation, lab tests, all kinds of stuff. But that's just not the way it works in the chili world now. So many people are crossing crosses, and they get a good cross, and then they decide, oh, I want to cross this good cross with another cross. I don't know why they want to do that. Because if you get a really good cross, wouldn't you want to keep growing it and selecting from it for years to get it to stay somewhat consistent and have something you can leave behind when you're gone? Because it becomes so popular because it is consistent and it is kind of stable. I don't know. But a lot of our chili growers all over the world want to be like little mad scientists, and as soon as they make something, they take it around and they cross it with something else. And God bless them. They're having fun. It's something that fuels their desire for growing chilies. So I think that's still a good thing. It's not my cup of tea. Okay, but I don't do crossbreeding. I do selection. So when I get something good, I try to select the best off it from the best plants, the best peppers, to hopefully get it to be more consistent and keep those desired traits. And in this case, the Hurtberry, I've grown out at least 3 or 4 seasons, not in a row, and I've tried to select the best. So I'm still getting quite a few of those peppers that have that kind of like berry shape, which is why they're called the Hurtberry. So that's all I can do as a grower and a seed vendor. The Hurtberry plants will get 4 to 5 feet tall. The peppers ripen green from red. They're extremely hot. They're up there in the world's hottest category. And you know what? Just to let you know, there's so many peppers up there in the world's hottest category. Because on any given day, any red or brown super hot can beat any other red or brown super hot based on growing conditions, environment, rainfall, humidity, feeding, blah, 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 etc., etc. So there is no world's hottest chili. There's a bunch of chilies I would say are the world's hottest chilies, but on any given day, one can beat the other. So the rest is all hype and marketing nonsense. But the Hurtberry is one of those world's hottest chilies, like Morugas, Reapers, Apocalypse Scorpion. It's 7-Pot Primo. It's Mutant X. It's up there with all those. Okay? 7-Pot Douglas. Chocolate Bootla. I can just name so many of them. So when people want me to say, hey, Jim Duffy, what do you think is the hottest? Well, what do I think is the hottest group of chilies? That's the better question. I can't nail down one or the other. I don't eat super hots personally anyway. I might use them flavoring in some food every now and then to add heat. But I'm not a fire eater. I like medium and mild. I like flavor. I like stuff I can make with chilies that I can pour on my food, not put tiny drops. And hope I don't put too many tiny drops. That's just me. But the Hurtberry's got pretty good production. I would say good, above average production. I wouldn't say super fantastic production. That belongs to like Scotch bonnets and a lot of habanero types. But based on growing conditions, I mean, some people get hundreds of super hot pods on their plants, and some people don't. So it really is based on growing conditions. But it's pretty productive, and it's a pretty mean pepper. And it's cool that it's got that name, Hurtberry, because it is a berry that will hurt you. So, thank you, Wes, for sharing the seeds. Thank you, Graham, for getting the seeds from the UK over here to America about 7 years ago. Yeah, about 7 years ago. So that would be around 2015, 2016, I think. And right now it's 2023. So please hit the subscribe thing and the bell notification, because there's going to be more chili videos throughout the year. Probably about 120 or more for this year in 2023. And you don't want to miss them, because some videos will give you knowledge of a chili you already know about, but you didn't know some of the facts about it. And some chilies will be totally new to you. So share the chili love. We hope to encourage and inspire you to grow different kinds of chilies. And then you will share that chili love with your friends, your neighbors, your coworkers, and especially your family. And get your children out into the garden. Get them out in the fresh air. Get them out into the garden and bring them into the kitchen to participate in making meals with you. Can you imagine if you spent like 12 years, 15 years straight with your child? Say you start at age 3 and you go all the way to they're out of high school. And every year you grow food with them. And every year you cook meals with them. And serve those meals to friends and family or neighbors that are in need. Can you imagine if you did that for like 12, 15 years with your kid? The impact it'll have on them. Close your eyes and just imagine that, okay? Okay, I've rambled on enough. What are the doggies doing? What are you doing, doggy? You waiting for a snack, doggy? Huh? Oh, you're a good boy, Goliath. So this is the Hurtberry, and this is Jim Duffy of Refining Fire Chilies. You'll take care now.